Hey dolls, welcome back to DivaDollFlawless. Today's video is going to be on how I clean or prep my brushes for acrylic application. Now, let me just start off by saying that I'm not going to say this is the be all, hear all, this is what it's supposed to be. This is the way that I do it, and this is what helps my brushes to last. So I do have a brand new brush here. This is from alphabrush.com and it's a number 14 oval Kolinsky. Now if you have a round brush, you can always press it so that it will be flat. As you can see, this is a brand new brush. It still has some of the glue or whatever it is that they use to hold the bristles together. Now what I use to clean my brushes and prep them are the actual acrylic monomer for my nails. So the one I'm going to use is the DivaDC Low Odor Professional Acrylic Liquid, okay? Now I do have it in this dampened dish right here with the lid. Even though it says low odor, it does still have a odor. It's not like a really strong odor or anything like that. It is very much so low odor. But you know, again, I'm just trying to keep the odors down in my home because this is still a chemical. So in order to get the brush clean, I just simply take it and I press the brush down inside the dampened dish, and I'm just going to move it around, swish it around in there, both sides, pull it up, and then wipe it back and forth on the paper towel. Going to bring you guys a little bit closer. So again, I just press the brush down inside of the dampened dish. Okay, now when you're doing this, you want to make sure that all of your brushes are prepped, especially if you're doing clients. But even on yourself, you still want to practice sanitation and things like that. So you do not want to be cleaning your brush with the same monomer that you're going to do your nails with. You want to make sure that this is separate monomer because you don't want to contaminate it and things such as that. Okay, so separate monomer. Don't clean your brush or prep your brush with the same monomer that you're actually going to use to apply your nails, because that also will give you lifting. So you definitely don't want to do that. And you just keep doing this until you feel like you've gotten all of the product out of the brush. Another thing you do not want to do is to touch your brush with your fingers. The best thing I can tell you to do is wear gloves when you're doing your nails, specifically the nitrile gloves, and you can pick them up from your local drugstore. When you're using monomer, a lot of people will notice that all of a sudden they're allergic to it. More than likely it's coming from overexposure, meaning your skin is getting in contact with the monomer more than it needs to. And things like using real liquidy balls, not having a good powder to liquid ratio, can give you what's called overexposure. So it can aid in you becoming allergic to the monomer and things like that. So most times I try to wear gloves. The only reason why I'm not today is because I'm not like doing my nails. I'm just simply cleaning and prepping this brush. So after you get done doing that, if you do need to wipe the brush off, just take your paper towel and simply just, you know, go like that. Now when you store your brushes to dry, you want to make sure that they're laid flat. You can even put them upside down. I have a container that I purchased from Sally's, which is called a brush cleaner. So basically you can clean your brushes, and then it kind of sits inside the container upside down like that. And that's pretty much it. You want to prep your brushes with the monomer and clean them with the monomer as well. Sometimes what I'll do is take a dotting tool and kind of run it through the bristles when I'm done with the acrylic or applying my nails, just to make sure that all of the acrylic is out of the brush. Another thing that I would definitely add is that you do not need to use a brush cleaner all the time on your brushes. Also, acetone. I know a lot of people use acetone to clean their brushes. I wouldn't suggest it, and the reason being is because your brushes will get dried out with it. So therefore, to clean it, all you really need is your monomer to prep it and clean it every time you're ready for use. Let it air dry and your brushes should be good to go, and they should actually last you years that way. Another thing that I would say is to, if you are going to deep clean your brushes, then you can do that every couple of months with the brush cleaner, and that's fine. You just don't want to practice doing that all the time because, like I said, the acetone will dry the bristles out, and that's it. So as long as you make sure that even when you're applying your acrylic, that you are constantly wiping the brush off to get that extra acrylic out of the brush so you don't have any buildup on there, and make sure you clean your brushes every single time that you're done with them, then you should be fine and good to go. That's pretty much it for this time around. I can't think of anything else, but if I do, I'll be sure to have it in the bottom bar. And I hope you dolls enjoyed this video and that it helped someone out. As always, and until next time, thank you so much for watching. Have a gorgeous day, doll smooches. Mwah. Bye.